What's up, Facebook? So listen, I wanted to grab this dude here who's along with me here. This is David Nolan. Say hello to the big bad world.
How are we?
So we were just having a chat off camera here about like what has brought David to the point where you're now. What week are we in here now? We're going to
Week 4.
Finishing week 4. Okay.
Crazy. Yep.
Well, tell us what's 4 weeks of this stuff been like so far?
Crazy. Yeah. Like really, really intense. Really, really good. Flying through stuff, but like at the same time, taking away so much and like just enjoying it, loving it. Really, to be honest.
This thing, you have a bit of a training background as well, which I kind of like. You're a strong dude. Hit us with some numbers first of all, because you're going into powerlifting this year, isn't that right?
Yeah. So I've been training powerlifting kind of the last 8-9 months seriously. Just recently maxed out there last week, so I hit a 220 deadlift, a 190 squat, and a 135 bench, and hit a 130 bench just there.
Nice.
Yeah.
And there were solid reps too. I seen this. I can give you nice. So listen, let's just get a wee bit of context in this thing, because here you are, 4 weeks in a course, year of powerlifting training under your belt, looking to compete this year. But you were doing something completely different before you came here. What were you doing before you came into the elite course?
Yeah, so I was actually a business student. So I was in second year business this year, and I dropped out in April.
Okay, so you walked out of business school
Yeah.
to come and pursue a career in fitness.
In fitness, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a big jump. And I know a lot of the people that watch this, I mean, they probably struggle with like the fear of taking that leap and what have you. So like we'll get to that in a second. But I want to talk about like at what point in time did you decide to yourself, this is not for me?
In business?
Yeah.
Oh, it was after the midterms in March. We had 3 weeks off. So we sat the midterms and then had 3 weeks off for Easter. And I just remember in that first week, like not having to study and not having to study stuff that I hated. Like that was the biggest thing. It's like being forced into take modules that I didn't want to do. And I remember that week off, I was training in the gym like every day. I was like, you know what? Like, and chatting to people in the gym. I was in there 4 or 5 hours, like training myself, chatting to people in there, chatting to the PTs. I was like, this is what I want to do. I don't want to be sitting in a lecture, like listening to some shit by some guy who's achieved nothing, like learning about like accounting and marketing and like they're teaching marketing and it's like newspapers and TV ads, and I'm like, are you messing? Like this is like what we're doing right now. This is marketing. Like this is the way to do it. And I just remember like in that week off, or in the 3 weeks off, I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to spend my time in gyms and I want to help people, and I just love everything about training. So
Well, did you have to go home and say to your parents though? Because I know that this is another thing. A lot of dudettes are, I suppose, they're trying to make their parents proud or do what they think their parents would like them to do, and they're following the herd. That's an expression you said. You've kind of felt like you were following the herd. Were you doing this to try and make other people happy, or do what they think they should, what you should have done?
yeah, I wouldn't say to make other people happy. I was just doing what everyone else was doing, but like I wasn't really thinking for myself. So like I remember hearing a quote, it was something like, someone's always going to give you advice, but they're always going to give you advice from their perspective. Like they're never know the full story, or like. So like a lot of my friends would be doing business and would want to go into investment banking or accounting, and that's fine. Like if that's for them, that's for them. Mm-hmm. But I always knew that wasn't for me. Always knew it. And my parents are great, to be honest. Like they fully support this. They kind of knew it was coming. Like to be honest, like they've kind of been boiling over for the last 6
Were you
months.
into fitness? You must have been into fitness then the whole time, were you?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well give us a bit of a background on your fitness stuff.
So I've always been into sports, tennis and rugby. So tennis kind of took over once I was 13, 14.
Were you any good?
I was all right. I was top.
Are you very modest?
I was top. Like I was top in the country under 12, 14,
Holy
16.
shit! Yes, he was good.
And then when I was under 16, I suffered like a lot of bad injuries.
Okay.
So I did my ligaments in my ankles twice, a grade 3 tear in the hamstring, shoulder issues, like the lot when you're playing sport at a high level. Like
Shit happens.
That's what happens. So like I was kind of forced into the gym for rehab. To rehab the injuries, and I was like, this is actually unreal. Like lifting weights, getting stronger, you can see the progression. Like you're kind of watching stuff online, and you're like, oh, this is how I do that, this is how I do that. And then I've always kind of been into the body and how the body moves. So like when I got injured, I was like, all right, let me research into like why that happened, or like then what muscles do I need to strengthen. Mm-hmm. Oh, the hamstring tore, but it's because my back was tighter, my hips were tighter. You know what I mean? Gotcha. A lot goes into it. So
Yep. You've opened a can of worms here, and then you see the enthusiasm you have talking about this versus like the banking and the business and shit. But then I suppose you had to suppress all that and like I suppose go and say, right, okay, I'm going to do business like the rest of these guys, because that is, you know, you've got to go to college, get good grades to get a good job. Yeah, it's safe. It's this, yeah.
Like like I did well in the Leaving Cert, like, and like 3 years in business school, like you're in commerce and like the economy's doing well and there's big companies here, like you're guaranteed a job.
Yeah.
And you're guaranteed a well-paid job.
Yeah.
But like, what's the point of being safe if you're going to be miserable? Like,
Okay, so you've got the safe thing. This is going to be safe, but the downside of it is you're feeling pretty fucking miserable.
Yeah.
Then were you afraid? I know a lot of people would be kind of afraid to make this jump
Yeah.
into fitness. What were your self-doubts? Did you have any?
yeah, like to be honest, I knew probably a year and a half ago that I should have dropped. And
Right.
like if I had done that a year and a half ago, I'd be a year and a half ahead. But like obviously that's not how stuff works. But
Yeah, hindsight's 20/20
you know what I mean.
vision,
So
as they say. Yep.
like, yeah, I knew a year and a half ago that this was what I needed to do. Like this is what I wanted to do, and I just didn't do it. And then I don't even know. I can't say. There's nothing really that would trigger me particularly, except that I had chatted to PTs in my gym,
Okay.
and they had done the course, and they were like had recommended it so highly that I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, how did you hear? Did you hear about this place through PTs in your gym?
Yeah,
Okay.
like people who had done it recently enough, like the last 2 years, and someone who had done it in September.
Okay.
And they were like, yeah, it's brilliant. Like the trainers are brilliant. Like the like the ambience in the gym, like the positive energy, everything. Like it's just really good, and you learn a lot. The 6 weeks, it's intense, but like you really do come away like knowing a lot more than you would if you did even a year-long course.
It isn't. This is one thing. It is intense. Like you've got a training background already. You know your way around a weight room. You're training for powerlifting. The stuff you're already rehabbing and researching about your injuries and shit. You came here knowing some stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think now that you've come here?
I didn't know as much as I thought I did, to be honest. And it's like it's basic stuff, that you don't even think about, but it's stuff that you need to know for a general pop. Like not everyone's going to be able to do a squat right. How do you regress that? Or not everyone can do a bench, so how do you regress that? Like
Yep.
someone might
Yep.
not have the mobility, like how to do functional movement screens and like how to run people through tests and interview, like why.
The shit you're going to be using every single
Exactly.
day. Yeah.
Exactly.
Versus, look, you can research powerlifting and know everything about it, but how many people are you actually going to use that stuff with?
Yeah, and
tiny percent of the population,
exactly.
right?
Like not everyone wants to train like that. Not everyone's going to adhere to a program like that. So
Cool. So, what do you think? Did you make the right choice? What were you looking for when you?
100%.
What were you looking for in a course, and what do you think this has done for you?
100%. To be honest, what I was looking for the most was like people teaching me who actually practiced it. Like, and I'd seen other courses, and you'd go in, and there'd be a fat one like behind the desk, like, and you're just like, oh my, like.
I didn't say that. These are his words, not my words.
And it's like, oh my, like I don't want that person. Like, and it's,
Okay.
they might be knowledgeable, but like I want someone who does it themselves.
Who
like,
walks the talk,
Really
you know?
does. And like the lads here, Shane, Sean, yourself, Jay, Ian, like Ashton, everyone, like everyone trains so hard and so knowledgeable, so helpful. You could be having a terrible morning, like the weather's terrible. You come in here and like everyone's buzzing, and
It is like a wee bubble. It's not like a real world in here. Sure, it's not.
it's actually, yeah, it's unreal. Like,
Dudes don't want to leave when it
Yeah.
comes to the end of the 6 weeks. Okay, well, what would you say to anybody? Because there's going to be lots of people watching this who maybe they were where you are and they're scrolling through Facebook right now. They come across this video, but they're apprehensive. And like, what would you say that could save them the year and a half of waiting, wondering what could happen? What would you say to those people that are afraid to make that jump?
just do it. Like simple as, like come in, sit down with yourself, make a call, Michelle on the phone or whoever on the phone. Like you'll know straight away. Like you'll get the feel. You can, like if you're any bit intelligent, you'll be able to see that they're not bullshitters, and that it really is like a really good course.
I like that. Awesome. David, thanks a million. I'm going to go now because I've got the sorest fucking pump in my right shoulder you've ever felt in your entire life. That's why the phone is shaking. Dudes, I'm going to stick a link below so you can get some more course information. And you can just go there and because seriously, my shoulder's fucked. See you later. Bye.